self-regulation is a term that's used quite commonly now, and we're getting lots of people who kind of have some sort of an idea what it is, but then there's a lot of different elements within it, so we can really break it down a little bit further. But basically, self-regulation is your ability to change and maintain how alert you are during the day, so your level of energy, so that you can do the tasks that you need to do. So for example, that you can get yourself high to do a running race, then bring yourself down lower to go to sleep at night time, and then sit in the middle to sit and do work at school or as adult work as well.
And an analogy that could be a way of describing it is using sort of like a bucket. So you have a bucket or a cup full of water or full of energy, and that energy is what you need to use throughout the day. So you might use some of that energy in your bucket to stay awake because you maybe didn't sleep very well the night before. You might use some of that energy to manage a social situation or to help manage your emotions that day. Because somebody did something that you didn't really like. So you're throughout the day, you're using up all this energy to manage all the different demands that you have throughout the day. And with some kids and some adults as well, and just some days, you use up all your energy that's in that bucket, and you get to the end and you've got no energy left to cope with the demands of the day. And that's when you become dysregulated, I suppose is the technical term, and you become that really high stress state because you don't have any energy to cope with the day. So kids might end up having meltdowns, tantrums, or switching off, like shutting down. Adults might be sort of crying, sitting in the corner, not wanting to engage, those sorts of things as well.
If you come home and you've had a really big day and you just cannot talk to anyone, and someone tries to talk to you and ask you lots of questions and you just snap, that would be running out of energy as well.
It's sort of those, like, it makes you think, like, you know, some days I get home and it doesn't bother me that the house is a mess. It doesn't bother me that the dishes haven't been done. That's because those are the days where I've still got quite a lot of energy in my tank to be able to deal with that, and it doesn't bother me. But some days I get home and it really annoys me, and it really, really bugs me that the house is a mess and someone hasn't put their dishes away, and that's because those days that my energy levels are so low that I'm just irritated and actually very dysregulated and being emotional to the things that are happening around me. It's like some children on some days they can interact really well with other kids. They can have those social skills, and then other days everything is triggering them. Maybe they didn't sleep well, maybe they've got a flu, maybe they've got a stomach ache, something's happening within their bodies, so they don't have the energy to cope with those higher level skills.
So there's lots of different things that can be taking energy out of your bucket, but there's also lots of things which can put it back in. And a lot of these things you don't think about, and I think that's one of the key things about self-regulation. It's a subconscious process. You're not using a lot of energy to think about it. It's just something that happens for us. But when we do have to think about it, that's when it drains more energy from our tanks as well.
So I guess things that might put energy back into the tank depends on the person, really. So if you think about for yourself, like what's those kind of self-care things that really fill up your cup? Is it that you're having some alone time and quiet time, or is it interacting with a friend? Is it eating healthy food really restores you? Is it having some good sleep? Is it looking after your gut health? So thinking about all the different aspects of what actually fills your tank to help then give a boost to that energy, as well as thinking about what's draining that energy and seeing if you can reduce the stresses that are draining it as well.
I think this analogy also shows that it's not necessarily one big thing or one pure